Hi again then guys, so we've got another drag spec tune for you today, and this time it's for a hugely popular car, one of my personal favourite cars on Gran Turismo 6. It's the premium model R34 Skyline GT-R. So we've got racing soft tyres on this one. For suspension, we've got the ride height on 110 front and rear. We've lowered the springs to 425 and 375. Compression to 1. Extension to 3, anti-roll as high as possible to keep the car straight, camber and toe neutral to get as much tyre contact to the road as possible. For the gearbox, you want to take your auto setting all the way up to 273, then take your final drive up to 4.5, then come back to your auto settings, click it down one notch and then back up to 273, then bring your final drive back down to 4 instead of 4.5. And then we've got 2780, 1900, 1390, 1044, 790 and 500 for the individual gears. For the diff, the highest initial torque for that explosive launch off the line, high acceleration and low braking sensitivity. We've got a torque split of 40-60 because that works best with this particular tune. All the power upgrades, obviously, we've gone for the high RPM turbo on this one, even though it has less power and less torque than the mid-range turbo. But it does work better for this particular setup, and of course we will be using NOS as always. Downforce we've got as low as possible. I have actually got the rear wing on this one. You can take it off, there's no real difference in acceleration. For weight, obviously you want the full weight loss package, and as always we'll be running with an auto gearbox and of course no traction control. For those that perhaps don't know, cars are much quicker off the line with the traction control turned off, because I think there are some people who don't realise that, but it really does make a big difference. So, to really bring home how fast this tune is, this is of course the third tune setup that I've made for this particular Skyline. I made the original top speed tune, the updated tune, and now this drag tune. And the one that I'm going to be putting this up against is actually my updated tune, which, from any of you who have watched that one, will know is a seriously quick car. So let's see how they compare. Now, if you'll recall, that updated tune that I'm going up against was significantly quicker than my previous top speed tune for the Skyline. But as you can see, this drag tune is significantly quicker again. Now, the mid-range turbo does give this car slightly better top-end acceleration, but not by much. The top-end or high-range turbo gives you much better low-end acceleration, and at the end of the day, the majority of people are going to use the Skyline for low to mid-range acceleration rather than top-end, because let's face it, the Skyline does not have the best top-end acceleration regardless of what you do to it. Cars like Vipers are always going to beat it top end. But for mid-range and off the line, it is one of the strongest drag cars in the game. Now, as always, there are way too many times for me to list of how quick this car is. So as always, I've listed those in the description below if you want to check the exact times. But for some highlights, it hits 60 miles per hour in 1.3 seconds. It hits 250 miles per hour in bang on 20 seconds, which is pretty quick. It will do the standing mile in 20 seconds, and it will do the standing 4-mile drag, or 6,400 meter drag, in 59.8 seconds. So 4 miles in less than a minute. So seriously quick Skyline, and as it happens, the top speed isn't much different from the top speed tune anyway, so its top speed is also pretty good for an R34. So I hope you guys enjoy using this Skyline, demolish the opposition with it, and that's it for this tune. So if you did find this tune setup helpful, feel free to subscribe. I put out new drag tunes every weekend and new top speed tunes every day, and as always, thanks for watching.